How was your week, Chatter? What did you do this week? Do you have any big stuff going on? I went to a kinky quiz trivia night at a dungeon, and it was really fun. It was kinky trivia. I think they called it popping questions, like popping cherries, but it's questions. And there were quite a few things that I did not know. For instance, what is it called when you have sex with the heel of a boot or a shoe? Because, of course, that's a thing in BDSM, people having heels of shoes shoved into their bodies. I totally got this one wrong. It's actually called boot blacking. I did not know that. I thought boot blacking was like a term that describes a type of fetish and not like an actual act of like a sexual act. Oh, Patrick. It is. It is somebody who does the boot blacking, like polishing up boots and stuff. But it's also like having sex with a heel. I thought it should have been called a heel dough, but my group decided not to go with my awesome suggestion, which was fine. I mean, I was wrong anyways. Although you'd love it if the trivia answer is just made up too. Something that I would do, huh? Huh. Actually, somebody else said it was called cobbling, which I thought was a great answer. Um, but cobbling apparently is a thing in and of itself. It's when you, if you're a person who has a penis and balls, not boot blacking. Cobbling is when you sit with your legs apart so that your balls can air out, and then you move your legs in and out to get like some airflow going. That's called cobbling, which I think having sex with the heel of a shoe would be much more appropriate. Master says they're just making it up. It's in Urban Dictionary, and everybody knows you can't just make up stuff and put it on Urban Dictionary. Things like gilfining. That's that's not made up. That Master says that's when you have sex with a gelfing. A gelfing? A gelfling? What's a gelfling? Oh, it's from the Dark Crystal. Oh my god. Anyways, Huh. Where's my soundboard? I need some crickets there. There we go. Yes.
Not funny.
There we go. Chatter, you said this weekend you got caught up with a friend yesterday. You went to a musical on the weekend. Yay. And you went to an online comedy improv show that someone told you about. That was me. That was me. Master and Chatter watched an improv show that I attended in person. They were on a live stream watching it and chittering back and forth. Yeah, they totally stalked me, and then they're like, "We see you on camera." It's very creepy. It was a really fun show, though. It was fun to watch. When I first got there was nobody there. There was like maybe two other parties, and I didn't realize it at the time, but I was half an hour early. And so I'm sitting there going, crap. And then they seated me front row center. So I was right, very front row in the middle of everything. And I was very scared. I was afraid that I wasn't afraid that I would get called out. I was afraid that I would not be able to leave if it sucked. Because, if you're not sure, I mean, improv can be pretty rough. And this but it ended up that the rest of the place filled up before they started, and I didn't have to worry about leaving. It ended up being a pretty good show. Chatter, I learned what a fluffer is this morning. I didn't know that one. How did you not know what a fluffer was? I love fluffers. Someone I follow was calling their makeup brush that until the chat told them to Google what a fluffer was. Oh, that's so cute. I love it. Were they we haven't talked about it? No, we really haven't. No. I guess that's true. I think it's come up once or twice, but um nothing. Nothing big. Did one of the dogs poop in the house? Master's airing it out. I can't smell dog poop. Isn't that weird? I like have a I have no sensors for that. He's walking around the house with his lip curled. Ugh. And I'm like, "What's the problem? Do the flowers smell bad?" I can't smell ants. Master can. I can't smell them. I have no sense of smell. I think it probably from smoking and too much as a young adult and then smoking too much weed as a older adult. It's too much smoking, period. It has John Mulaney's pick too. On what's that, Chatter? Oh yeah, the not funny. Yeah. Of course it does. Huh. Yeah, I made a whole bunch of new soundboard ones that I think that it will be fun with. We got a whip crack and of course a Wilhelm scream. Huh. And a bunch of others. Including one that I made specifically for a new game that Chatter and I are going to be doing during the live stream. It's called Chatter's Challenge. So that's the little sound that we'll hear with it when it goes. But we'll do that in a bit. Chatter's come up with some fun games to play during the live stream that she's going to, what would you say? Challenge me to, I guess. I know. Huh. Getting serious around here. Samantha's here. Oh, that's true. You did do it. You offered to give me an emergency call from Australia. That is true. I was very appreciative of that. Just to get me out of the comedy show. I'm sorry. I have an emergency call from Australia I have to take. Samantha's here though, and look, I wanted to show you guys. She sent me baby hats. Are they cute? And there's so many of them. She sent me like a picture of just a couple of them. And then when I got them, I was like, "Oh my god, there's so many!" I was so it was totally unexpected. But look how cute they are. What's really funny is my kid Lily. She saw these sitting on my desk, and she's like, "Oh, those are really cute." And I was like, "Yeah, one of my patrons made them for me." And she's like, "Oh, okay." And I'm like, "They're for the baby." And they're like, "Oh, thank God." I wasn't sure. You're a little bit weird, Mom. I didn't know if you were going to be wearing these or if they were what you were doing with them. I'm so glad that they're for the baby. I absolutely kill me though that and quite frankly, she's right. I mean, I am kind of a wild card when it comes to things like that. Who knows? I have a dollhouse, so Huh. No, she doesn't want them. She just wanted to make sure that I was not going to be wearing them. Huh. I'm a bit of a wild card, so how would I even fit? I think I could probably like stretch it so that it would like go, but it would totally ruin it, and there's no way I would do that. So I thought it just amused me that that's immediately where her brain went. You can make some for me specifically. I have a little beanie hat that a friend made for me years ago, and that is my hat. And Master said that I need to get a new one because it's looking a little raggedy. So yeah, if you wanted to make me one, I would totally wear it. I actually I forgot to show you guys this, but look, I got a new. I like visors. Summertime, I like to wear visors, and I found a visor at the clothing swap. So I put one of my little pins on it because all the kids are wearing pins these days. So I will have at least one hat. I usually wear visors in the summertime. I didn't wear one at all last summer because for some reason I lost mine, and so I was very sad. I've been looking for a new one. You can do it once you get time. Just add it to your list of things. Like I said, I had my time at the dungeon, which was really fun. I definitely want to go back to a trivia night at the dungeon. It was like 3 hours worth of questions and laughter, and it was it was really fun. I ended up being in a team with these 2 other people plus my workout partner. And the other people were people that I've seen around in the scene, but I didn't know them. I recognized them, but I didn't know who they were. And then one of them was saying that they were at Kink Fest, and I probably knew them because they had a corgi there, and I was like, "Oh my god, I totally know who you are!" So I recognized her by her furry butt. So yeah, there was a play party after trivia too. So there are people getting tied up and spanked and railed in the next room. That was me. I was getting railed in the next room. And we tried a few extra little things. I told my workout partner that I was ready for a little extra rough stuff with him, and so he did some slapping. Um, I recognized her by her furry butt or her dog's furry butt. It was her dog's furry butt. I mean, it's a corgi, so they always have the cutest furry butts. Yeah, face slapping. So I asked him to give me some to do some little extra rough housing, and yeah, he gave me a few good slaps to the face. Not hard per se, like not enough to um make my eyes bug out or like really get my attention, kind of a thing. They were softer taps. I would say they're more of a face tap than a slap. But definitely a good start when you're not really sure how hard to go. Um, but that was I enjoyed it. Definitely enjoyed it. There wasn't any no malice or anything like that behind it, and it was all just all good clean fun. So he was a little concerned about doing that in public, because he wasn't sure like how how it would be received by other people or judged by other people, and so he was a little hesitant to do it at a dungeon. Um, so I think that might be one of the reasons why you went a little easier. How many times did she have to do that shot? That's what I want to know. How many how many times was she slapped? Oh god. Like one guy's got a wrench, another guy's got a gun. Get a hold of yourself, woman.